bland Altman plot in Excel. The bland Altman plot is a graphical method to examine whether there is an agreement between two different measurement methods and to find out whether those measurements can be used interchangeably. The plot is a scatter plot, and the y-axis is plotted with the differences between the two measurements, and the x-axis is plotted with the average between the two measurements. And in the plot there are three main horizontal lines. One of the line is the systematic bias, and two horizontal lines for the upper and lower limits of agreement. Here in Excel sheet I have two variables, two measurements, measurement 1 and measurement 2. And to find out whether these two measurements do agree and they can be used interchangeably, then we need to draw the bland Altman plot. Before doing that, first of all, we need to generate two new variables, one for the differences between the two measurements and another one for the average between the two measurements. And then to calculate the bias, which is the average for the differences, and the upper and the lower limits and the standard deviation for the differences. To calculate the upper and lower limits of agreement, we will use the formula LOA, limit of agreement, equal to the bias or mean differences plus or minus 1.96 multiplied by the standard deviation of the differences. The first step is to generate a new variable and call it average, AV. To calculate the average in the cell here, insert the equal sign and then type average and then select the function for the average. In the average function, in between the brackets, select these two scores, score from measurement 1 and measurement 2, and then click on enter. An average for the two values are calculated and inserted here. To do the average for the rest of the scores, just select and then drag toward the end of the data here, and a new variable is generated, which is the variable for the average. Just to do some editing here, and then to generate the second variable for the difference, let's call it differences, def. To do that, in this cell, insert equal sign and then select the first score, add the minus sign, then select the second score and then hit enter. A value is generated, which is the difference between the two scores from measurement 1 and measurement 2. To calculate the differences for the rest of the scores, select, drag, and release toward the end here. As we can see here, there are two variables generated, one for the average between the scores for the two measurements, and the second one is the difference variable, which is the difference between the two measurements. The next step is to calculate the bias for the differences or the difference variable, and the bias is the mean difference. The way to do that, select the cell here, insert the equal sign and then look for the average, select the average function and then select the data, which is the data for the differences variable. The data are selected and hitting enter will generate a value of minus 0.05. This value is the systematic bias or the mean difference, and it is in minus. To calculate the standard deviation for the difference variable, in the cell here, insert equal signs and then type standard and then select the standard deviation for the sample. Select the range of the data, and the range of the data is for the difference variable. Once the data are selected, hit enter. A value is generated which is equal to 0.419. Moving ahead to calculate the upper and lower limits of agreement using the equation just mentioned previously. In this cell here, insert the equal sign, then insert the bias, which is the value here. Then for the upper, insert the plus sign, 1.96 multiplied by the standard deviation, which is calculated here, and hit enter. A value of 0.77 is generated for the upper LOA. For the lower LOA, again the same. Insert equal sign, then select the bias, then here add the minus sign, and then 1.96 multiplied by the standard deviation for the difference, which is the value this one. Then hit enter. A value of minus 0.87 is generated for the lower limit of agreement. The next step is to plot the graph for the bland Altman, and we are going to use the values for the variable average, differences, and the bias, the lower and upper limit of agreement. Click on insert and then select the scatter plot here from this icon. Once a scatter plot is selected, then we need to add the data, and the way to do that is to right click and then click on the select data. In this window we need to insert the variable for the average. Average should be on the x-axis and the difference should be on the y-axis. Select the variable for the average, click on the data here and select, and then for the series on y values, select the data for the differences. Click on OK, and then click on OK. Back again to the scatter plot. As shown here on the y-axis is plotted with the difference data, and the x-axis is plotted with the average. Going to do a few editing to get rid of the background here and get rid of this background here, and we're going to lower the x-axis. The way to do that is to select the data here. If I click on it and then format axis appearing here, select the axis value and let's give it -2, which is the one here, and if I click enter, x-axis is generated here from 0 to 6 and y-axis from -2 to 2. This is the scatter plot, which is the bland Altman plot, but we need also to add to it 3 horizontal lines, one for the bias or systematic bias and 2 for the upper and lower limit of agreement. To draw the horizontal lines in the x-axis section here, select the value of 0 to 6 as the x-axis range from 0 to 6, and the bias is this value here, so we're going to copy that and then insert that here and also insert that here. If I drag it, it will be autofill. For the upper limit of agreement, which is this one, select this value and then insert that into the cells below. And for the lower limit of agreement, select the value from here and then insert that into the cell here, drag it to double it into the next cell. Then to draw the horizontal lines, click on the scatter plot and then right click on it and then select the data, then add new data or series of data. For the bias, select the x value. The x value are from 0 to 6 and the y value is the calculated bias, and then hit OK and then hit OK again. Two dots here are plotted, and this is for the bias line. If we click on the dots here and then make a solid line and give it a reddish color, so here we have the what is called the bias line or the systematic bias line. To draw the upper limits of agreement, click on the graph, right click, select the data, then add a new data here, select the values for the x-axis, which is 0 and 6, and select the values for the y-axis, which is the upper values here. Click on OK and then click on OK again. Two dots are generated here. Click on the green dots here and change the color to green to draw the last line, which is the lower limit of agreement. Right click on the graph, select data and then add new, and then select the y and x data point. For the x is 0 and 6, and for the y is the value for the lower limit of agreement. Then click on OK, then click on OK again. Two dots appear here, click on them, and let's change the color to give it a dark blue. To label the y and x axis, select axis title and then change the axis title into the difference variable here, and for the y axis is the average here, and then the chart title, which is the bland Altman plot. If we enlarge this plot, drag it a little bit more. In the plot, three horizontal lines. The red one is the one for the bias or systematic bias, and the upper and the lower for the limits of agreement. From the plot, we can see that the data points are scattered in the graph, and the value for the bias is very close to the zero value, and there are few outliers data point as shown here, and most of the data point are clustered between the upper and lower limits, and there is no any funnel shape of the data distribution. From this plot we can say that these two measurement methods do agree. To confirm this visual observation, then one sample t-test on the difference variable can be performed, and a regression test, linear regression test, can be done to check for proportional bias. This is the way to draw the bland Altman plot in Excel. If you find this video useful, do subscribe to the channel, leave any comment in the indicated box, and activate the notification bell to receive the recent and latest release into the channel of several different video clips, and click on the like icon and share the video link with others so the channel can expand and improve to include a large scope of different statistical method and how to analyze data using several different statistical packages such as SPSS, Excel, Stata, Jamovi, Statistics, GraphPad, Prism, GPower, Python, and RevMan. If you are a student or a researcher and you have a data, whether it is quantitative or qualitative, and you want to perform statistical analysis on that data using any of the softwares listed here, whether it's SPSS, Excel, Stata, Jamovi, Statistics, GraphPad, Prism, RevMan, GMP, Python, then do contact me to arrange for either a one-to-one private tutor session or a training course on any of these statistical packages. My contact details are given here, so don't hesitate to write to me or email me if you need a private one-to-one tutoring or a training course.